to Texas, ladies and gentlemen. When you're in Texas, the only thing you need is $9.99 and the WWE will scratch your ass, fix any ailments, including getting rid of 2 mosquito bites on your face. Oh my goodness, I have something to say about the WWE Network at the end of this review. I have done this review 3 times already because when it came to this, it pissed me off so badly, I lost my train of thought. So I'll leave it for the end of the review. But let's get to this show. The first match of Kane versus Roman Reigns. Now we've seen this more than a few times. I wasn't 100% interested in seeing a last man standings match on a Raw. But I have to say, even though they did a long video segment in the beginning, it was a nice change to see that. But the problem is, even though it's a nice change, they've been doing this a lot. So it really doesn't feel special. It's what we've been seeing a lot of with the WWE. They give us a long segment, and then they give us something that's supposed to be spectacular, like a last man standings match, a DQ match, over the top rope battle royal, some kind of crap. I wish they would just take out the video segment and just give us that. The match wasn't too bad, but in the end Kane loses. And later in the night, he gives up his mask again. What does that give us? Not much. Kane is a very weak character now. I just don't see anything very good with this. And it's very sad for Kane. It's good for Roman Reigns to get built up. I'm very glad it happened. And the opening segment of the night, seeing Roland talk, is getting better. He still seems a little choppy, but as long as he keeps it very short and to the point, we can get over on that. We can be alright with it. Now, Sandow versus Mark Henry! I had to do it, baby. Mark's back. In Texas, no less. His hometown. Well, it's not a hometown, but a resident of Texas. Usually when the home guy is there, well, you know what I mean. The guy from the hometown, he loses no matter what. Mark won. And I understand the reason why. Sorry for the noise. Sandow is so weak right now, it won't hurt him losing to Mark Henry, which is sad. I would have liked Mark to have a good match coming back. But because of the way they were talking with their teams, it was understandable. And I'm so glad to see Mark back. But you know what I didn't see? The new nation. Where is Xavier Woods, Biggie Langston, and Kofi Kingston? We see them once last week. Gone now. Why? Stupid. They had option right there. They could have done this. So I'm going to make this short. Mark Henry wins this match, but Xavier Woods, Kofi Kingston, and Biggie Langston come out. And they stand there and they look at Mark Henry. And Mark's going, what? What you want? He grabs the mic and says, what's your problem? What is it? They don't need to say a damn word. They point at him. And Xavier Woods mimes the words, you're an issue we're going to take care of. Or take the mic and say it. You're an issue. You're one of the problems we got. We're going to take care of you. I wish they had done that. It would have made Mark Henry's return more important. He was in the old nation of domination. This new nation needs something to get their blood flowing. Not let Mark be a part of it. Let him be against them. That's my feeling about it. Next thing I'm going to talk about is Dolph Ziggler versus Cesaro. I feel so sorry for Cesaro. They're just dropping him. But I got to say this, that at least they're still going with The Miz being the center stage. Having him talking has always been one of his strong suits, along with working in the ring. And I'm glad to see that this was continued. Dolph wins. Miz comes into the ring. Miz almost got his moneymaker taken off. But in the end, I'm interested in seeing what's going to happen with Dolph and The Miz. But I got to say this, and I said this before. This would have been even more interesting to me personally if they allowed The Miz to come and have his address as a new IC champion. Dolph comes out saying, you fucked me, man. You screwed me. You couldn't even face me properly in the ring. You had to throw my ass out of the ring. And then they started a feud from there. I really think that would have set the feud up a lot better. So it's not a bad beginning for the Miz and Dolph, but I don't feel like it's very good. The interview with Paige was actually quite good. She did a pretty good job. I'm actually interested in seeing what happens between Paige and AJ. Now, she's supposed to come back on Main Event. I might actually watch that. I don't usually watch Main Event, but I have had an interest in seeing how much they usually add into the show there that is not covered in SmackDown and Raw. But I'm hoping they'll set this up properly on SmackDown and they'll continue it with Raw next week. Next, Diego versus Fandango. This is such a lost opportunity for the WWE. They could have let Fandango have a winning streak with this. He could have made these women angry. He could have made these women more vindictive. Layla looked delicious with her beautiful body and beautiful breath. Why the hell couldn't they incorporate her rage into it? Summer Rae we know has a mean streak, but we know Layla has a worse one. I wanted to see that. Let Fandango win every match he has until SummerSlam, and then they get the payout. I don't give a fuck about this feud. The girls against him is completely boring. Then it makes it worse. Hornswoggle comes out as his new dancing partner. They have nothing for him to do. So, once in a while they trot him out doing something stupid like this. I love the feud between him and El Tortillo, but now this is stupid. And in the end, Fandango still loses and I don't have no care. And it gets worse from there because El Tortillo jumps on Layla with those beautiful boobs bouncing around. She don't need no damn bra, ladies and gentlemen. She just got to put some pasties over her nipples. Her breasts are very firm as they are. And he's jumping on her. She's holding on him and he's kissing her on the head, bouncing around on her like he's trying to screw her brains out. How dare you, El Tortillo? That's one of the two women I love the most. And that makes me angry to see that. And on top of that, where is Cameron and Naomi? No sign of them. They did something last week and now they just dropped the shit. It's dumb. I know it's not a major feud. Don't get me wrong, ladies and gentlemen. I know not everyone cares about the Divas, particularly what's at the main event I'll cover in a minute. But let's be honest. Major feuds and minor feuds can still be good if they're structured right. And if you're trying to bring someone up from the lower ranks, you need to give them time. Not a main event or superstars. You need them on SmackDown and Raw. Now, the Dust Brothers versus Ryback Soul. I almost forgot to say Ryback. I don't care about Ryback. But I really believe they're messing up here because they still are not showing the Crimson, what is it? Not the Crimson Key. The Cosmic Key. They need to really give more emphasis on the Cosmic Key, which is the tag titles, and the Usos are the, gatekeepers or the Celestial Guards or whatever you want to call it. Call it something. Please. It wasn't a bad match. Seeing Cody do this is funny, but at least he's getting over. As much as I don't want to see him in this kind of condition with his gorgeous wife, he's got such a beautiful wife. I don't know how the hell he landed that woman. She is gorgeous. But I would like to see him do something better, but this is what we got. Okay? ADR versus Dean Ambrose. Seth Rollins versus Heath Slater. Well, RVD, then Heath Slater. Between the two matches, Dean Ambrose versus ADR was the best match. Actually, I believe it was the best match of the night. To me personally, that's what I felt. Dean did a great job with ADR. They had some decent chemistry. In the end, Dean wins. But when it came to Seth, Seth had a partner change in a Heath Slater. They really wanted to give him something easy, but Heath wasn't going that way, and they had their match. He had 15 minutes and 40 seconds to get rid of Heath. Couldn't do it. In the end, Dean is what saved this match. I'm not saying that Heath Slater's 100% a bad wrestler. He's not. He just had a really bad character. I'm not saying Seth Rollins is bad. He's a very good wrestler. His character is not well developed, even though it's decent. The person who saved this was Dean Ambrose taking the case, opening it up, tearing the contract. And you guys tell me below, do you believe he still has that contract or do you believe he doesn't? I believe he still has the contract because he still has the case. Until we hear that they say he doesn't have a contract anymore, he may still have a contract no matter even if the actual paper is ripped up. Because he still has the case, even though it was filled with soda, popcorn, and JBL's hat, he still has it. And in the end, Dean is the one who's going to have the stipulation from the Beat the Clock challenge. I'm very interested in seeing how they're going to do this in SummerSlam. I want to see it since it's $9.99. $9.99 for the pay-per-view. Had to do it. Let's see what's next here. I think I said Mark Henry already, so I'm going to say it again. Mark Henry's my boy. I had to say it. Bo Dallas versus R-Truth. I really feel bad for Bo Dallas. They let go of his streak too early. They could have let it go up to at least 20 or 30 and get it some real heat. But they ended it so quickly with R-Truth. And I believe R-Truth and him had a match before. I think it was on SmackDown last week. I wasn't able to see it because of a situation I will explain later. But seeing that Bo Dallas lost there, I believe, but won here, and then got beat up a little bit, but then beat up on Truth after he won, I just don't know what they're going to do with this. The momentum of this is completely dead. They need to do something interesting. Give these guys some time on the mic. Let one of them be in the center of the ring to promote this feud because there's nothing here. If it was done in SmackDown, I'll need to check. You guys tell me below if you saw it because I don't know. But they need some ring time to talk because I don't give a fuck about this. Now, Chris Jericho versus Luke Harper. I have a problem with this for the simple reason that it wasn't that the match was bad. It was good. It wasn't the fact that the ref didn't stop the match when Eric and Bray Wyatt jumped into the ring or on the ring ropes. It was the fact that Bray kicked the ass of a Y2J. You see I'm botching because I'm frustrated about this. Look, Y2J, he deserves some wins because he's been jobbing for so long. But Bray is not getting anywhere. He's kicked his ass outside the ring numerous times, but when has he won? You guys tell me below, when the hell has Bray Wyatt won singles matches and significant ones? I don't remember the last time he won. And that's the problem. If he's facing a Y2J, he has to be a threat. And just kicking his ass outside the ring's not enough. He's beating them in the ring at a pay-per-view. Or he's beating them in the ring on a Raw. With help, he still lost. So even with the beating of a Y2J and a nice Titantron segment wasn't enough for me. I just feel empty right now. I love Bray Wyatt. But why am I going to cheer for a guy that gets nowhere? This is bullshit. I don't give a fuck when I want to give a fuck. I'm sorry for the cursing, but you get my point. Let's see. Am I forgetting anything here? R-Truth, Dolph, the Rhodes Brothers, Fandango already spoke about. Okay. Final thing. The contract signing between Brie Bella and Stephanie McMahon. And I know people don't want to care about them. I know people don't care about the divas. But let's be honest here. We've been asking, we've been begging, we've been pleading, we've been ranting and raving. We want something different from WWE. We don't get women in the main event. When was the last time, guys? It's not the point if they both suck. Look, I don't care about Brie Bella. And even though Stephanie looked good in those short shorts with those nice boobs and a nice ass and a pretty damn face, I don't give a damn about her either. But I cannot deny this is something different. And I've been wanting something different from the WWE. The contract signing wasn't bad. the talk between Brie Bella and Stephanie wasn't great. I'm not even going to say it was. Look at Triple H. He was just an afterthought there. He had to hold Brie Bella while Stephanie used his own move to... She pedigreed her younger sister's ass. I believe not the younger sister. Her sister, her the same age. She pedigreed her sister. Then she pedigreed her. And in the end, yes, her titties bouncing up and down. And I'm talking about a Stephanie McMahon. Her titties bounce up and down. And she goes, yes, 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 I'm enjoying your titties bouncing. I don't really like you that much. It's a character, but you know what? It's something different. And I'm going to go yes with you. In the end, we do not get something different from the WWE. Daniel Bryan's out. And those stupid people, I'm going to say it right now, those stupid people, when they heard Brie Bella say, I'm doing this for Vicky Guerrero, I'm doing this for all the people you screwed over, and everyone started chanting CM Punk. No! Stop doing that stupidness. CM Punk is not there. Stop it. YWC, why is the point? You know the guy left on his own. He didn't give a damn anymore about the WWE because he couldn't get what he wanted. He's got a choice. Either deal with it or go somewhere else or retire. So he seems to be retired for the moment. We don't know if he's going to wrestle again. His best shot is go to TNA. They will get huge ratings with CM Punk there. And he probably will get in the position he wants to be in. So if you care about something, tweet the man. Go to TNA if you care about that. Forget about fucking ROH. And I'm not insulting ROH, but you get my point. But in the end, it's something different. The entire show, many segments were pretty good. But two things really killed it for me. One, Fandango. That segment was just terrible. And seeing Tortillo grab Layla's boobs and wanted to suck on them. And two, the WWE Network, $9.99, you can see SummerSlam. I'm going to say this. I'm trying not to go too far with this in my own life. Last week, my bathroom ceiling partially collapsed. So, I've had it hard right now. Next to 2 mosquito bites on my left cheek. I've tried to get the superintendent and his handyman to get in my house for 4 days to fix my ceiling so I can take a damn shower and not do what they call bird baths. I'm not disgusting, but you get my point. My shower was right over where the ceiling partially collapsed. I couldn't take a bath. I couldn't take a shower. You get my point. So finally they fixed the damn thing and I'm able to take a shower finally and I could relax and I go in front of Raw and the only thing I see is a fucking WWE Network front and center, $9.99. It felt like fucking trolling from the WWE to the IWC and YWC. That felt like a fucking troll. Even though they're saying we're going to be going globally. Yeah, really. October. The UK is finally going to get the network. Why even announce it now? Wait until almost it's October, then do that shit. You're going to make people angry waiting that fucking long. The WWE pissed me off through most of this show. They did give me some good stuff, but in the end I was pissed off. But there is a good build mostly throughout this show for SummerSlam. So I hope you enjoyed this review. Please give me a comment below. Tell me if you believe Seth Rollins does still have a Money in the Bank contract. I do believe he still does, even though the contract paper was ripped. He still has a briefcase that should still give him the ability to cash in. See ya!